My one weakness!
My ass! No, but I feel
Somebody hit me where the good Lord split me!
I just, well, before I get into what I want to say, one, like, the Champions Ballad, I think will give you a little bit more into who the champions are.
Yes.
So, like, definitely get to it when you can. But, I feel like any chance that Rivali got, it was just, like, a stab at Link.
Which is kind of what I like about that. Like, Link has never had legit competition in games. Like, I know in Skyward Sword they tried to put Groose as that, and I'm like, Groose was a bully at the beginning, and he was a toady at the end. So you can't necessarily say that's competition, but Rivali, like, is basically Falco from Star Fox in Zelda at this point. So, of course, I'm going to be excited about that. I also do like the guy just because I do think, like, he does get some legit development in his arc through Divine Beast Vomito, where he kind of realizes his arrogance was his undoing.
I know, but even still then, it's kind of like, I know I'm arrogant, but oh well, you're an idiot. Like, I didn't think you could do this, blah, blah, blah. It's like, fuck you, I just saved your soul.
See, and to me, I love the Kaiba characters. And so at that point, it's just like, okay, well, he's basically Link's Kaiba in Breath of the Wild. I will say that a solid second is probably Urbosa, but only based off the fact that Urbosa has a lot of solid story or backstory to her.
Oh no, I loved Urbosa, and that's just because they have this weird thing for, like, strong female roles, being the super gay man I am.
Holy shit. Okay.
They just went flying through the air.
I know, right?
Well, well. O king of stench and filth. I'm impressed. Those are two of the most badass women in the world. And I only know one other guy who can defeat them. Jackpot.
Is he hinting at him being Virgil?
Dante.
There's only one guy he's ever prepped for battle against. I can't think of anybody else he could be hinting at.
Is this getting, like, crazy?
Yes.
Also, can I, like, say that I really hate how this boss fight works, where you have to, like, dodge all these different things and attack this, like, orange crystal just to even land damage on Urizen himself? I'm just not a huge fan of it.
Well, I'm wondering if Urizen is even the bot, like the now with all the major Virgil hintings, if Urizen isn't just the crystal. If he's just controlling Virgil.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a shot in the dark, but it makes sense to me.
No, it's sound. It makes perfect sense. We just gotta keep playing to figure out if it's true. Ow.
Ow. Okay. And this is where Nero came in.
And then this is where we fight him as Nero. We're probably gonna see what happens after, like... Oh, we're not.
Or not.
Unless the game froze.
Oh no, please. Oh, thank goodness.
I was like,
I get really worried when the game starts freezing like that, because then we start having recording issues. This ain't over. Okay. Well, we got to see how Dante got his ass kicked, and now we're back to the present. So, Urizen. After awakening from a trip through his boyhood memories, Dante spoke about the first battle with Urizen. Everything was going well until Trish, Lady, and Dante made it inside Urizen's fortress, came under fire from Urizen's terrifying power. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if, like, it could be that Virgil's in there, but it might be that Urizen took over.
Yeah.
Our last hope, Nero, was completely useless.
So rude.
Great cutscene.
Yeah, that was really short. What the hell?
Go! Resistant weight!
Oh, we're back to a month ago.
Dead weight! I didn't come all this way for nothing!
Okay, yeah, so now we're gonna see what happened after that.
Alright. I'm curious. And here's where Rebellion got wrecked. Uh-oh, here come the tentacles.
Tentacle porn. Oh, nope, I'm not sure I like that. Never mind, not tentacle porn. That's assault. Sparta looks freaking cool.
Yeah, I love the redesign. Even Sparta?
Wow, he did that so effortlessly.
No longer serves a purpose. I have plans for the both of you.
Oh no! Oh, weird.
Roll
Stop!
for schoolgirl damage.
No! Oh my gosh! Nah!
How fortunate to serve such divine.
Ooh, I just cracked my ankle. That felt so good.
Well, that was random out of nowhere.
Sorry, I just.
Oh, good. Okay, so that's how Lady ended up the way she did.
Yes.
All right, enough's enough. Can't let a
Oh,
boy
1111, make a wish.
do a man's job.
Yes, I just did that.
Wait, I'm not done talking yet.
Yeah, you are, dude. You can't even, like, barely stand up.
Okay, you get some rest. By the way, I guess I owe you one.
All right, so we have the legendary cursed blade, the Devil Sword Sparta. The Demon Sword Sparta used to seal away the Demon King Mundus. Hey, wow, we referenced the first game.
Lovely.
Who would have thought?
Nah, not me.
So, I guess now Dante's gonna pick up the mantle of his dad. He's actually gonna be the man of the family now.
Yay!
He's gonna, instead of wielding rebellion, he's now gonna wield a man sword.
Yeah, that was smart not to spend any money or spend any orbs on.
Yes, and I'm gonna stick to it. I don't think it'd be a good idea to do it for Dante. Dante right now feels a lot more powerful than Nero and V together. I would actually dare say V feels kind of the weakest. Probably in tune with his character, and then Nero's like right in the middle.
Yeah, that would make sense. And that's actually something that I want to praise Capcom for that right now. That is brilliant balance to the playable characters in who they actually are at this point in their lives and incorporating that into the gameplay. That's beautiful.
All right, so let's go ahead and test out Sparta. Oh, thank goodness. It just feels like Rebellion.
Perfect.
That was kind of my complaint with the first game, where they tried to make the sword out to be bigger and more lumbering. Like a bigger hassle to wield. Hence why I always stuck with, like, Alistor.
Makes sense.
Because, you know, that's the gameplay that I like and I'm used to. But this one actually, like, sticks Sparta as a sword that Dante can wield normally.
Which would make sense. I mean, it's part of everything that he has grown to become, so he should, in essence, be able to wield it with ease and without much difficulty.
Indeed. Oh.
We're probably on our way back to Urizen's chamber, where we're going to be meeting up with Nero. That's what I'm thinking.
So yeah, he was the demon. So I'm guessing, if you're right, then yeah, he is the demon that we saw.
Well, let's get on over there.
I'm gonna be more interested, and I think you and I are kind of on the same page here. We want to see if this is a Virgil reveal.
Yeah.
Because, dude, Virgil has been gone for far too long.
Plus, wasn't there always like hints in some of the other titles that, again, it hinted that Virgil wasn't actually gone, but just up to something else, or he was actually, like, he was still alive somehow?
Well, in the first game, nobody really knew who Virgil was until near the end, where we found out that Virgil was Dante's twin brother.
Right.
And so at that point, it's like, okay, we didn't really know that. Then 3 comes out, and 3 goes out of its way to give us backstory for Virgil and where he actually went. And so the guess is that he was beaten by Mundus, and therefore got enslaved by Mundus. But here's the thing that I should probably point out, because somebody did spoil this for me.
Oh.
I'm gonna strongly encourage that when me and Andrea get to Devil May Cry 4, you watch those streams.
Okay.
Because it's not the game got spoiled for me, but I've been hinting that there's some secret, or like some additional content that was put in the definitive edition of DMC4.
Mm-hmm.
It was additional cutscenes that make it sound like Virgil may have paid a visit to Nero's hometown at some point.
Oh.
And so, therefore, hinting at the theory that maybe Nero is Virgil's son. So maybe that's kind of where I'm going right now. I think it would be actually a really cool reveal that Nero was Virgil's son.
Like my
And it would make sense why Dante kind of flocked to him.
Yes. I hope it's something that they do reveal. It would.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
That would be really incredible. I really like how that red orb cluster looks. It was really pretty.
I mean, I'm kind of partial still to the 3 one, just because it looks like some dude screaming out of nowhere in the crystal, but I just kind of like that design. But I do like, I like overall all of what 5 is trying to do. Makes me very excited for what Capcom has in store for this series. If there are any more entries in this series. I mean, we haven't finished this game. This could be like the end.
Right, exactly.
You know, I don't want to say that, but it's entirely possible.
Well, I mean, Devil May Cry was quote unquote rebooted, and then here comes Devil May Cry 5 out of nowhere.
Well, yeah, because even though I don't have a problem with the reboot, I think it was good. I don't think you could do any more in the reboot because it was Ninja Theory that had it, and now they're off working on an Overwatch clone.
Yes.
I don't think you could get anything in that, but I did like the idea of rebooting, just to at least give us maybe some different experiences, maybe help enlighten some backstory.
That actually, that rebooted one, the DMC, it was my first exposure to Devil May Cry, in fact. Which is how I like knew of it when you asked me if I ever like when you asked me, do you want to do this? And so now that I've been,
people still would still like to see us play DMC.
Oh, really? It's been a hot moment since I've seen it. It was like 2013.
Well,
so
and it also was a fairly controversial title because it was basically Ninja Theory's attempt at doing a more serious entry in Devil May Cry, but also trying to keep the humor elements into it. So I would actually love to see your take on what they did and whether or not you'd fall in the camp saying that they failed horribly, or if you would like what they'd done.
Yeah, that would definitely require us to play it so I could refresh myself on it now that I've been through the main entries of this franchise. Just so that way I can give that accurate response. Because, I mean, again, we're talking about something that I watched 2012, 2013, so...
when it came out.
Yeah, so we're talking 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe even, like, 5 to 7. I'm going to say 5 to 7 years ago, so I don't really have anything that I could say right now that would...
The other game I'm going to tell you right here and now that I'm very excited for from E3, just playing this game, is Astral Chain.
I have been seeing that surface a lot more.
Yes. Sorry, I needed a drink there. Astral Chain is basically Platinum's newest entry for Nintendo, and it's going to be based like a lot more in a police kind of atmosphere. But if this is what they're doing with Devil May Cry 5, it makes me very excited with what Platinum is doing with their future games. Because we know that they're hard at work on Bayonetta 3. And from certain interviews, we know that that game is going to be a game changer, and maybe Astral Chain kind of hints at how it's going to change the game.
Okay.
Oh, dude, I just barely realized what the frick these things are.
What?
These are the enemies that, you remember when we were going to take on Mundus in Devil May Cry 1, and we had, like, these enemies kind of come out of the, you know, insides of Mundus? That's what these things are.
Oh.
This is really cool. They are evolved forms of it.
Okay. What a neat little throwback.
Okay, very cool. Worries me a little bit. Like, I want to see a Devil May Cry 6, but that depends on Capcom, I guess.
I think it also depends on how well this game does too, and if it warrants enough, like, budgeting and production.
Oh,
to...
from what I understand, this game was a legit success. So
Yay!
Very happy about that for Capcom. Capcom's had way too many bad years, especially in recent times. Oh my gosh, Street Fighter V.
Yeah, I know. Like, for as much as we like rag on, like, I'm gonna use Bethesda and EA as an example for as much as we rag on them, I really do want to see these companies have like a successful title because they do need it.
Mm-hmm.
I
hate seeing game studios close.
Yes,
I really do.
And because I mean, I have played a lot of E3 games, and I mean, lately they've just been very disappointing, and just think that this, like, what they're doing is what gamers want, which is like the complete opposite.
Yeah.
But
funniest thing about that. Oh, hold on. Question mark. Oh, ooh, the Kalina Ann. This is Lady's gun. This is Lady's rocket launcher.
Huh.
Okay, so we're gonna get this back for Lady, I'm guessing. That's cool. I like that.
Okay, so that tells me that we are definitely going back to Urizen's lair.
Could we have Lady gameplay? That might be interesting.
That would be way cool. Anyway, and then even again, like with Bethesda, like obviously they know how to make video games. Like, I mean, they keep making, like, they literally put Skyrim on Alexa. So what can I tell you? So like I do have hope for this like space game that they've been producing that will more than likely come out on the next gen.
Starfield.
Yeah, Starfield, Skyrim 6. Like, I mean,
well, Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh yeah, Skyrim 6. Elder Scrolls 6. So I mean, they know how to make great. They know how to make great games. I know that they know how to make great games. They just need to actually, like, get themselves back to basics. And I don't think it's wrong to go back to basics, because sometimes it's
Agreed. Actually, so you're bringing up game studios and things like that. This is actually a question that I have gotten, and I'd love to hear other people's answers on it as well.
Okay.
Given all of the crap that's happened over the last couple of years in the gaming industry, is there a legit, like, at least one studio you solidly trust, like, unequivocally? Like, you don't have beefs with them in any stretch of the imagination. Everything that they put out is pure gold to you. Do you have a studio that you still support like that?
Ubisoft.
Okay. See, for me, it's a harder answer because, like, if you'd asked me 3-4 years ago, I would have said Blizzard without question, because Blizzard still had the quality standard behind them.
Yes.
We hadn't had the whole Diablo Immortal incident, and then learning later what the crap was going on in Blizzard's offices. But now, you can't really think of one. That's kind of sad.
But not, I mean, if you told me, like, top 3, like, Square Enix would be in there, but since you asked me, like, one that you can think of right off the top of your head,
yeah,
like, Ubisoft, 100%.
See, it's harder for me, because, like, I can get where you're at with Ubisoft, but for me, like, Ubisoft has been kind of disappointing the last few years. Especially, I still don't like the yearly formula for games like Assassin's Creed and For Honor, things like that.
Well, you don't have to worry about that this year, because
they didn't have a new one to announce.
Yeah, that because the game that they primarily focused on was Watch Dogs Legion, which isn't even going to be coming out this year. So, and so then that even like begs the question, this next Assassin's Creed game, which has already been discussed and revealed to be Viking themed, is that even gonna be coming out in 2020, or are we gonna be waiting till 2021?
My hope would be 2021.
And I think that would be a really good idea too, because I could see that being a PlayStation 5 Xbox Scarlet game. I did. That was rude.
We used the Kalina Ann.
Yeah, that was...
Oh my gosh. We're using it, not Lady. Oh.
So
I hope we give it back to Lady. I really do.
I think Dante should be like, I like this.
I like this. Ooh, yeah.